Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Brock Lesnar remains the talk of the wrestling world despite his uncertain WWE future. Meanwhile, Raw General Manager Adam Pearce recently shared an interesting message regarding the Beast incarnate. The scrap iron has been retired from in-ring competition for almost a decade, but still gets physical whenever needed to enhance a storyline. As such, Lesnar and Pearce had some intense confrontations, which ended badly for the Raw General Manager. Adam Pearce took multiple F5s from Brock Lesnar a few years ago. The WWE official recently took to his Instagram stories to reshare a throwback post featuring him taking an F5 from the Beast. At the Crown Jewel Premium Live event this past weekend, Adam Pearce took a devastating RKO from Randy Orton after he and Nick Aldis interfered during the Vipers brawl with Kevin Owens before the scheduled singles match got underway. Adam Pearce opens up about his segment with Brock Lesnar. In an interview with Chris Van Vliet, Adam Pearce recalled experiencing a wardrobe malfunction while taking an F5 from Brock Lesnar. The Raw General Manager revealed what the Beast incarnate told him backstage before their segment. That was amazing. They split on the first one, which was hilarious. I remember saying to Brock, "Hey, how do you grab for the F5? I know it's a fireman's carry." So he showed me how he's gonna grab me, and I said, "Don't worry, I'll get light for you." He goes, "You don't have to." I said, "I know I don't have to, but I will. Brother, I got you." "What a pro. What a freak athlete," he said. The scrap iron said he had no idea about splitting his pants until everyone started laughing at him backstage. Lesnar has been referenced quite a few times on WWE TV. Will he return to the squared circle anytime soon? Only time will tell. The crowd at the Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois was buzzing with anticipation, the roar of excited fans echoing throughout the arena. A special segment was set to take place, and word had spread quickly. WWE Raw General Manager Adam Pearce was set to address the most talked-about topic in WWE, Brock Lesnar. For weeks, rumors had been swirling around the Beast's potential return, his whereabouts, and his future in the company. Now, Pearce had promised that he would reveal all to the WWE Universe tonight. The camera cut to ringside where the lights dimmed, signaling the beginning of a pivotal moment. Adam Pearce's music hit, and the general manager made his way to the ring, dressed in his usual black suit, his face serious and resolute. As he stepped into the ring, the crowd quieted, sensing the weight of the announcement. Pearce grabbed a microphone, and after a brief pause, he began to speak, his voice carrying the authority of someone in control of the situation. "Ladies and gentlemen," Pearce began, "thank you for your patience tonight. I know you've all been wondering about Brock Lesnar, what's going on with the Beast? What's next for him in WWE? Well, the time for speculation is over. I've spoken with Brock, and I've spoken with WWE officials, and tonight, I have a message for you all." The tension in the arena was palpable as the fans hung on every word. The mention of Lesnar's name had always brought a mix of excitement and trepidation. The Beast was one of the most dominant forces in WWE history, and his sporadic appearances only heightened his mystique. But now, the general manager was about to unveil something that would change everything. "I'll be honest with you," Pearce continued, "Brock Lesnar isn't the type of man who plays by anyone's rules. He's a lone wolf, he doesn't need permission, he doesn't need anyone's approval. But he does want one thing, and that's an opportunity to remind this entire company just who the hell he is." The crowd responded with a mix of cheers and boos. The thought of Brock Lesnar making his return was exciting, but the thought of his ruthless dominance was always a source of fear. Pearce paused for a moment, letting the crowd's reaction settle before continuing. "And that opportunity," Pearce said, his voice growing firm, "will come at WWE's biggest event of the year, WrestleMania." The arena erupted in cheers, the mention of WrestleMania sending a surge of excitement through the WWE universe. WrestleMania was the grandest stage of them all, where legends were made, and the biggest rivalries culminated. Fans could barely contain themselves, knowing that the Beast was going to be a part of the spectacle. "But let me make one thing clear," Pearce went on, raising his hand to quiet the crowd. "Brock Lesnar didn't want just any match. He didn't want to be inserted into some meaningless battle royal or some last-minute multi-man match. No. Brock Lesnar wanted something more." The crowd's energy shifted, a sense of intrigue building as the general manager's words carried a weight of finality. Pearce's expression softened just slightly, knowing what he was about to say would undoubtedly change the course of WWE history. At WrestleMania, Pearce announced, "Brock Lesnar will face a man who represents the very essence of WWE's future, someone who has been a constant presence, a leader of the locker room, and a force in the WWE universe. Roman Reigns." The arena went silent for a moment. Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, the Tribal Chief, had been at the top of WWE for nearly 3 years. His reign had been dominant, his alliances with the Bloodline forming an impenetrable barrier. But the idea of Reigns facing Lesnar again stirred mixed emotions. Their rivalry had been legendary, but this time, it was different. This time, the stakes were higher, and the match would take place on the grandest stage of them all. "I know," Pearce said, his tone somber, "you all know the history between Lesnar and Reigns. The battles they've had, the wars that have taken place. But this time, there's more on the line than just titles. This time, it's about legacy." Pearce's words resonated with the audience. Lesnar, the Conqueror, against Reigns, the Tribal Chief. Two of the most powerful and dominant forces in WWE history. And now, they were on a collision course for WrestleMania. "But I want to make something clear," Pearce said, his voice growing serious. "This match will not be like the others. There will be no outside interference. There will be no distractions. There will be no excuses. This is Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, one-on-one, with nothing to stop them from tearing each other apart. The winner of this match will not only claim victory at WrestleMania, but they will also solidify their place as the true face of WWE." The crowd erupted into a frenzy, the excitement palpable as the stakes were set. The idea of Lesnar and Reigns clashing once more, with the entire WWE universe watching, was a tantalizing prospect. The match would be the centerpiece of WrestleMania, the culmination of a rivalry that had shaped the company for years. Pearce stood silently for a moment, allowing the crowd's reaction to fill the arena. He could sense the anticipation building, the excitement mounting. The tension was thick, and every fan knew that the WWE landscape was about to change forever. The fans fell silent, taking in Pearce's words. This wasn't just about a match. This was about two men who had a history of putting everything on the line, men who weren't afraid to destroy everything in their path to achieve greatness. "Roman Reigns," Pearce continued, "you've had your reign. But at WrestleMania, you'll face the man who changed WWE forever. And when that bell rings, there's no telling what will happen." The lights flickered, the camera zooming in on Pearce's determined expression as the reality of the situation set in. The match was confirmed. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. WrestleMania. No rules. No boundaries. For Brock Lesnar, Pearce concluded, WrestleMania will be his moment. His return. His reckoning. And he will stop at nothing to take his place at the top. The camera zoomed out, capturing Pearce standing alone in the ring, his message delivered. The crowd was left in stunned silence, the weight of the announcement settling in. WWE was about to witness a war unlike any other at WrestleMania, and nothing would be the same after Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns collided on the grandest stage of them all. The era of uncertainty had just begun, and the countdown to WrestleMania had officially started.